The topic tonight is boost your fat burning potential. And we're going to go over 3 really important things on how to that need to be in your plan to boost your fat burning potential on a daily basis, right?
Yeah.
So a little, I'll go through a little background story with me. Well, before focusing on what we're about to tell you tonight, I went from I just thought to lose weight and drop body fat. Like I said, it was to stop eating rubbish and do lots of cardio. You go for a run or you go for a walk, or I did multiple classes at the gym. So I thought that that's just what you do. And then your body shape, you think that it's changing, it'll change for a little while, and then it'll all of a sudden stop changing. So then you try to increase your cardio activity, and you sort of get to a sticking point, or I got to a sticking point where I was like, well, how come I don't look like that? And that's where I really want to look like in my bikini, or that's where I really want to look like in clothes, and fitting in my jeans and all that kind of stuff. And really important, and also mental health as well, including these, because I am very passionate about teaching mums it's overall health. It's not just to look good, but you get all the benefits for overall health with these 3 key things, as well as dropping body fat. And it wasn't until I started to really hone in on these consistently for a good, what would you say, 3 years?
Yeah, I think if you compared yourself to when we first got together, and now, your body deals with carbohydrates and even blowouts so much better.
Yeah, absolutely. Once I built muscle, like I don't want to give give away too much too soon, but once I started to build muscle and be able to boost that fat burning potential, carbohydrates did start to agree with my body, and I could get away with a little bit more because of what I was doing.
Definitely get away with more now than you did before.
And it's because of what I consistently do that matters. And then when I do go and have those bonus foods, or I do go on holidays or whatever, and my body doesn't get I don't binge, and it doesn't go backwards, and I don't have to start at square one.
Yeah, so a lot of I'm just going off what I've seen, and a lot of women struggle with food in their relationship with food. They're either on and they're trying to lose weight, or they're off and they're totally
the other way.
They're binging.
The other direction.
Yeah. And
that's right.
Hey, Simone.
Hey, Simone.
And I think there's a misconception out there that to look the way you do, or look the way a lot of fitness models look, you need to be miserable.
Suffer. You need to suffer.
And you mustn't touch the cake at birthday parties, or you mustn't do that kind of thing. And that's the myth that we want to really try and bust for you here, because the thing is, like, in terms of doing this, body shape changes aren't enough. You need to have the lifestyle that you actually enjoy along with it. Otherwise, those body shape changes don't stick around.
Yeah, and it needs to be included. We're going a little bit off track here, but it needs to be included in your family. Like, it's not something that you, if you can't fit it, you don't want to be mum that goes over there and eats all the shitty, boring food, and has to miss out. So, and it has to fit into your lifestyle, your habits as a family, all that kind of jazz. So with all that, I hope that's a little bit of background with me, or do you want to cover a little bit more?
No, I think we can go straight to the nuts and bolts.
With this only because then what I'm saying to you now is going to make sense, and then we can talk about that. We can elaborate, and we can talk about the benefits as we go through these 3 things that are going to boost your fat burning potential. And the first one is omega-3.
Yeah, so let me encapsulate it for you. We need, if body shape changes and permanent body shape changes are what you're after, and you want them permanently,
the overall health,
the focus needs to shift from just getting to an end goal to actually locking down some serious results. And the way you lock this down is by creating an environment in your body that actually works for you rather than against you. And common exercising and dieting techniques actually make fat loss harder over the long term. So you lose weight initially, but then you rebound. And then when you rebound, when you want to try and lose that weight again that came back on, it's even harder to get off.
Yeah, it's harder.
So the way we do it slower, but it's more permanent and it locks it in, because what we're more interested in is actually boosting the amount of fat you can burn. And to give it a name, we call this metabolic reprogramming. So as I was saying before, a lot of women look at other women who are in shape and think, oh, you know, they must be born with it, gifted, lucky. Often it has nothing to do with that. Of course, genes have a small role to play, but really, if you think about it over a lifetime, all the habits, beliefs, and systems that came through from your childhood, they affect you now. So everything you've been doing for the last 20, 30, 40, however old you are years, has created the environment in your body now. So to expect to reverse that over 8 weeks or 12 weeks is just not plausible when you really think about it like that. So to reprogram that metabolism, you need to do 3 things. You need to do them consistently, and that's what we're about to go through now. And by doing that, you actually make it easier and easier for yourself to continue to burn fat, get leaner, get healthier, get stronger. The more and more you stay consistent on these 3 things. So those 3 things are to firstly incorporate omega-3 into your diet. So omega-3
can be, can be fish, but you don't necessarily have to eat fish. Like, to be honest, mums, I don't eat a lot of fish. Flaxseed oil is massive, and the thing is, you don't even need a lot of it for it to have an effect.
Yeah.
So you can have, like, I don't even really measure mine. I'd put a little bit of a drizzle on my food with, like, 3 or 4 of my meals a day, and that has an effect of it. There's also green vegetables.
Yep.
Yeah, like
So
the more green vegetables, the better. I'm not saying go and eat just green vegetables.
Hey, Loretta.
Hey, Loretta. I was only thinking about you, that you hadn't tuned in for a little while. So yeah, well, there's fish there, but it doesn't have to just be fish. But if you love fish, great. I don't eat a lot of fish, and that's okay.
Cold water fish is really high in omega-3, so salmon,
tuna, and all that kind of thing. Yeah. I know I ate bassa for a very long time. I probably will eat bassa a little bit later on in the year. And then we've got green vegetables. You've got flaxseed oil is like hugely the highest one that will benefit you greatly. And then we've got flaxseed meal. So that would be in those liquid meal recipes that we've given you. Amazing. Like, even kids love it because it's that nutty kind of taste. LSA,
fish oil tablets,
fish oil tablets,
chia seeds,
chia seeds,
all of that sort of stuff.
You can add that, incorporate into your daily plan, and it will really benefit you. So, should we go over the benefits now of the omega-3?
Yeah. So the important thing to note with omega-3 is you can't just pop a couple of fish oil capsules. Megan's just rattled off some foods that are high in omega-3, and you've got to incorporate the foods into your everyday diet.
Yeah, the fish oil capsules are just benefit on top of what you're already eating. Yeah,
exactly.
So it'll help absorb it better because you're eating well, and it's just like multivitamins. We won't get into it hugely, but same as multivitamins. You can't pop multivitamins and think that, oh, I'm going to be healthy now. The multivitamins they work the best when they're on top of what you're eating.
So omega-3 reduces inflammation in the body, and what that does is, imagine your body is just made up of all these balloons, right? And all of these balloons are blown up a little bit too much. And you know what happens when kids play with balloons that are blown up a little bit too much? They pop, don't they? So your cells inside of your body, if they're blown up a little bit too much, they actually die quicker than what they would normally do if they are a little less blown up. So this is inflammation in the body, and Westerners have huge amounts of inflammation in their bodies. The healthiest Australian would likely have a ratio in their body of 25:1, and I'm going to use that term loosely because I don't want to talk about too much. We're actually going to really talk about this tomorrow on Thursday night. But tonight, if you just think about the healthiest Australian, 25:1, healthiest, what's optimal for human body is 4:1, right? So we've got a big gap there, is what I'm trying to say.
The omega-6 is the 25 compared to the omega-3 to the 1.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to go through that.
Big gap. 25:1, 4:1, huge gap. We're totally inflamed, and we need to bring that down.
That's why lifestyle diseases and cancers are so prevalent in the Western world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That inflammation also inhibits or stops fat loss. So if we can bring that inflammation down, we can really ramp up that fat burning potential, and that's where we tie it in to the title. The next thing that we'll touch on is rainbow colored meals. Believe it or not, the colors in your veggies actually represent something, and red is actually a sign that there's a high content of lycopene in your food. And when that lycopene is actually cooked or stewed down, it becomes an even more potent fat burner than what it was when it was raw. So with that said, the more colors that you have in your meal, the more nutrients you're getting, right? And the more varied the nutrients, the more or the better health you're going to have. And fat loss is a byproduct of optimal health.
Yeah. So energy levels.
When you're sitting down to your meals, look at your plate, look at your container, and ask yourself: Is there, how many colors are in this meal? Can I add any more colors to this meal?
Any more variety?
Traffic light capsicums are awesome because you've got 3 colors right there.
Our favorite are yellow, but they're the most expensive. But we love yellow, green, red. And then you can put corns, carrots, greens, everything in there. Yeah.
So there's heaps of different colors that you can add. Yellows and whites, greens.
We were just having the white conversation about the cauliflower tonight. Amira didn't want to eat her cauliflower.
But white actually has a compound in it that improves brain health, cognitive function as well. So
remembering and that's vital for kids, especially when they're learning. So if you can educate your kids why they have to eat it,
you can influence.
You can influence and make them then they think about that. They go, okay, I'd actually want to be a bit smarter, or I actually want to concentrate a little bit more, or I want to run a bit faster.
We'll talk about that in MP in the family. We'll fit my method in the family when we get to that.
So the third one, focus on building muscle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, no one's going to tell you this, but it's a bit of a shit kicker. It's going to take at least.
And he's going to be the one to tell you because he's what is it? Bad panda? Or, what was that saying that you were? He was like bad panda or something that where he tells people where he tells people the truth and he's straight up, and it's kind of like the person that knocks on your door and goes, hello, like I'm gonna dampen your world or rain on your parade here.
I'm gonna rain on all of your parades here because the thing with your body is you are a direct result of what you're doing 6 months ago. Every single cell in the body completely replicates itself every 6 months. So think back to what you're doing 6 months ago, and it's likely that your health, your energy levels, and your body shape is all a direct reflection of what you're doing 6 months ago. So in terms of getting positive results from exercise, especially focusing on building muscle, it's going to take at least 6 to 12 months to really start to see your body shape changing for the better. And that is doing something regularly, at least twice a week for 6 to 12 months.
That focuses on
that focuses on building muscle. So that's why
structured resistance program.
We deliver focused intense resistance exercise,
Mm-hmm.
because using just 2 days a week and just 30 minutes on those 2 days a week, it's like adding, you know, $100 to your investment account every week. The more consistent you are with it, the bigger that end return is going to get. That compounding interest will just grow and grow and grow and grow. So 6 to 12 months is the minimum that you need, but
Oh, I'm so glad we do Fit Mum, because
that was not none of us.
The child down here.
She wanted to get on camera and she did. 6 to 12
Loretta,
months.
don't tell Aiden.
6 to 12 months. But the real kicker here is that, you know, it's going to take you about 2 to 4 years to be able to look at yourself and go, holy shit, like what I'm doing has really paid off.
Yeah. And I'm at that point right now where I've consistently focused on hi, Mary. Where I've really focused on not going, because even I did it wrong in the first place. When, you know, I focused on fat loss, and then I jumped to focusing on the next 12 weeks. I'd focus on building muscle, and then I'd switch, and it's been the last 2 years where I've really focused on just building muscle, doing the same thing over and over consistently. You know, sometimes, like I've said, I've had time off, but then I've gone back and done it consistently.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't have time off.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't have time off, but it's just what you can consistently do. Have a little breather, then go back there again.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm really, really reaping the benefits, when I've focused on building the muscle and eating to build muscle and burn fat.
Yeah, so everything needs to be geared towards this building muscle thing. And if you've ever done an 8-week challenge, you've done a diet in the past, and you've gotten to the end of it and you haven't known what to do next, this is the missing link. This is what's going to get you to that next level.
This is why, you haven't.
This is why you hit a brick wall.
Yeah.
And it's because you don't increase the amount of food you're eating, or the amount of good food you're eating. And when you don't do that, you start to crave things, and you start to go backwards, have no energy, fatigue. So we want to keep that ball rolling.
You know.
Yeah.
Other previous ones.
But by doing that, you're actually building muscle as well, by increasing your food periodically.
Yeah.
And knowing when to do it, you'll build muscle. And I suppose that's where we really shine with what we do as coaches, is we'll tell you by looking at your routine when you need to increase your plant food or your protein and so forth. And the same goes in the gym. When you're exercising and you're lifting your weights, you need to also progressively overload in the gym.
With small increments.
Yeah.
So the health benefits of focusing on building muscle, you know, we talk about it all the time, but it's preserving or even trying to build lean muscle mass, and this will prolong the aging process, so you can actually look younger. Like, I look younger this year than I did last year. By the end of last year, I looked younger than what I did in April that year. Got a photo on my fridge on the cruise, and I looked younger. So
it's possible.
It is possible. It is honestly impossible. And like, we're all, you know, everybody that follows this and does this looks younger as they age. And then also energy production, like to bounce around and have boundless energy for your kids. And that's what's really important as well, to be able to get out there and play tips and rollerblade and run around, and whatever you want to do with them, you can keep up with them. And then you'll be able to keep up with your grandkids as well, and you'll be able to enjoy life, you know, living your best life.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you, you know, the whole age-related decline of function, like not being able to wipe your bum, is directly related to how much muscle you've got.
Yeah.
So if you do want to be,
as we age, we lose muscle unless we're doing something about it.
Yeah. So if you don't want to be that old granny that breaks a hip at 60 or 70, then building muscle in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s is really important.
Yeah.
It's so important.
And again, when the more muscle you have, the more immunity you have as well.
It all just ties back into one another.
And lifestyle diseases you can prevent, and most preventable cancers as well.
And here's the thing is, if you're stronger, you're going to be able to perform much better. You'll be able to pick up whoever you need to pick up, and it's going to be a breeze, right?
Yeah.
You'll be able to run to the top of the stairs rather than wait at the bottom and let everyone else see the site, you know, or participate
and
in
you'll
the activity.
be participating rather than sitting on the sidelines. You know, you'll have the energy to do your housework as well as food prep, as well as run around with your babes. Like, this is why we do what we do.
Muscle mass is so important. So just let's wrap this all up, because I know we're probably dragged on now.
We did pretty well for time. It's 4 minutes to 8 and we were 5 minutes late. So.
Yo. Lose yourself in the music.
Wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up. So, to boost your fat burning potential, you need to turn your mindset away from traditional diets and exercising your ass off. You need to turn it towards achieving optimal health, reprogramming your metabolism. To do this, you need to incorporate omega-3 into your diet to reduce inflammation. You need to eat rainbows to make sure you're getting a wide spectrum of nutrients, and you need to focus on building muscle both in the gym and outside of the gym as well. So that's how you reprogram your metabolism. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 6 weeks, but it will start to occur over 6 to 12 months of consistency. So what that means is, if you can get through winter one of these years, then boom, you're going to have a massive impact come summer. And then every year you do it after that, you're going to look better, feel better, look younger, jump around like you were, you know, when you were a teenager, all of that fun stuff, all that cool stuff. So that's me. I'm done.
Okay, cool. I'm done too. Thanks, mamas.